May 29th, 2026. Let's get into it. Quick shout out to today's sponsor, Grid Term. Run multiple terminal sessions side by side, perfect for Claude Code or Codex Power users. Gridterm.com, link in the description. Google just made Sora look old. At I/O 2026, they dropped Gemini Omni, a single model that takes text, images, audio, and video as input and spits out high-quality video grounded in real-world knowledge, and you edit it by just talking to it. Alongside Omni, they shipped the Gemini 3.5 family, which is purpose-built for long agentic workflows. So in one keynote, Google basically told OpenAI, Runway, and Pika to brace for impact. It's their biggest model drop of the year, and Sundar looked smug about it. Speaking of big swings, Cognition, the company behind Devin, just raised $1 billion at a $26 billion valuation. CEO Scott Wu went on the record saying AI coding agents are not meant to replace human engineers, which is hilarious because at Cognition itself, Devin commits 89% of their code. Wu showed off a little Devin teddy bear on his desk and called it his buddy that helps you build more. Adorable. Meanwhile, that buddy is shipping 9 out of every 10 pull requests at his own company. The other 11%, Windsurf, the rival AI coder they acquired last year. So, buddies. Remember Groq, the chip startup Nvidia paid $20 billion in December to not acquire? Yeah, they're back. Groq is reportedly raising another $650 million from existing investors to scale their inference cloud business. Here's the funny part, the round is basically pre-funded. Backers Disruptive and Infinitium agreed to backstop the whole thing if other investors get cold feet. Nvidia took their best engineers, licensed their tech, and Groq just shrugged and said, cool, we'll build a cloud business instead. Respect. Meanwhile, another chip startup just landed a $135 million Series B at a $570 million valuation. XCENA out of Korea in the US is betting that AI's biggest bottleneck isn't GPUs, it's memory. Their chip, called the MX1, puts compute right next to DRAM, so data stops bouncing between CPUs, GPUs, and memory on every single token. The team's all ex-Samsung and SK Hynix, and they claim 10 servers worth of work could collapse into one. If they're right, every hyperscaler infrastructure budget needs a rewrite. And then there's this, Microsoft is reportedly building its own consumer AI super app. Yes, the same Microsoft that owns a giant chunk of OpenAI. They apparently want a direct ChatGPT competitor with their own branding, which raises questions. Is Copilot not the super app? Is Satya hedging on Sam? Or is this just Microsoft being Microsoft and shipping 4 versions of the same product until one sticks? Place your bets. Over in Paris, Mistral held their AI Now Summit and basically told everyone, we're not trying to win AGI. They want to be Europe's full stack AI partner with their own 40 megawatt Paris data center, on-prem deployments, and partnerships with ASML, BNP Paribas, and Amazon's Alexa Plus. Their pitch is sovereignty. Your data stays in your bank. Your models run on your hardware. BNP Paribas already runs Mistral on-prem for KYC in Belgium. It's not the flashy, we'll solve everything angle, but for regulated European industries that don't want to send sensitive data to a US hyperscaler, it might actually work. But that's not even the most awkward story today. Jorge Gutierrez, the guy who made the Book of Life, just pulled out of Amazon's AI animation program after the internet absolutely roasted him. He posted a public apology saying his intent was to showcase artists, not replace them, and promised to do better. Translation, the backlash was loud, the program is radioactive, and Amazon's AI production push just lost its most recognizable name. Adobe shipped a new AI assistant called Firefly AI Assistant, and The Verge reviewed it as, quote, a mediocre design intern. Brutal. It's a chatbot that operates Photoshop and Illustrator for you. You type, make this more colorful, and it just does it. The Verge's take, it's helpful for busy work, but it's not winning any design awards. So basically, every actual intern can keep their job for now. Quick Google Workspace update starting June 3rd. You can share your Gemini chats through Google Drive. Recipients can continue the conversation, but their changes don't touch your original thread. It's a small feature, but it's the obvious move. Conversations are becoming work artifacts like docs. Expect Microsoft and Notion to copy this within a month. And to close, the most wholesome AI story of the day. TechCrunch reviewed the Qubit Bird Feeder Pro, an AI-powered 4K bird feeder that identifies over 10,000 species and pings your phone when one shows up. It runs on solar, costs between $180 and $250, and the reviewer compared it to collecting Pokemon. The only downside, the AI occasionally flags squirrels as nuisance animals, which is frankly accurate. And one more time, huge thanks to today's sponsor, Grid Term, link in the description. That's the news, same time tomorrow.